So, we're here in Bass Lake. Wow. I was just thinking about on the drive up here about my life and where God has taken me. Holy moly. There was a time when I was homeless, 1973, I believe it was, when a friend of mine hitchhiked up here to Bass Lake. This was after the war. I'd become addicted to drugs, a full-blown alcoholic. And we just came up from the market that we were sitting in front of after we'd gotten out of jail, my friend and I. And we were drinking a gallon of Red Mountain wine. Anybody from my era would remember that. And there was probably 300 Hells Angels about 100 feet from where we were sitting down drinking this wine in front of this market. Every 4th of July, the Hells Angels come to Bass Lake. I grew up in Fresno, and that's where I kind of hung out where Hells Angels were when I was like in 7th grade. So I was always intrigued by them. But when I got back from Nam, I was more a loner. I wasn't interested in becoming a Hells Angel. But I had a draw to them for sure. But we were sitting in front of that store. We went inside the bar where they were all drinking. My friend, they literally picked him up and threw him out on his ear, and he went back to jail. And I walked out of that place, and that's probably where I hit my bottom. I had nowhere to go. I was homeless, no direction. I was just suffering from DTs, from no drugs and no booze, and did not know my next step in this life, which obviously caused me to be suicidal one more time, which I was earlier after Vietnam. I almost shot myself in the head, like a lot of Vietnam veterans followed through and did that. The only reason I didn't is my mother happened to drive up and I heard her coming up. I was living up in Sacramento, and boy, I was at a low point there. And so anyway, driving up here and realizing where God has taken me. I have 8 grandchildren now. I have 3 beautiful sons, a beautiful wife that has held me together all these years, 36 years of marriage. All the damage I suffered, I probably handed to her. She has a lot to say to the wives of Vietnam veterans. How she survived, actually, through all these years, and we're still married. But my heart recently was moved. How could I help these young veterans coming back from Afghanistan, Iraq, 22 committing suicide a day? And so I thought, I haven't ridden to the wall yet, and it's been 44 years. So there's some things I need to face myself emotionally there. But more importantly, I've spent years with the man they call the Horse Whisperer in Solvang, California. And his name's Monty Roberts. And him and his daughter Debbie and Laurel and Pat, his wife, oh my gosh, did they make a difference in my life with horse therapy, working with horses. And so I've met, they have 3 or 4 of these conferences a year. And if vets come to these, you get to meet all kinds it's no cost. Money asks for no money. You come to these, but you get everything out of it. And you end up giving little for as much as you receive. And this totally helped my life. It was for the first time I got to really talk about Vietnam. Monty was a father figure to me. And what he did differently from the VA and medication is, number one, he listened. He let me finally share. And it was the most awesome thing. And we've seen so many people change there. But now I want to do something, not on my own, but something I felt, where can I help? Well, I bought a new Harley, and my wife and I are going to ride to the wall. And we're going to call it the Freedom Ride. Well, I've invited a very good personal friend of mine, a doctor, George Marino. He can help veterans medically. He chelated me, he gave me all this stuff, medicine to take, and I was definitely had a foot in the grave, and he definitely brought me back to life 2 or 3 times. Anyway, all these great people that are very important to us. And my biggest thing is to help these young veterans and let them know they don't have to kill themselves. I have 8 grandchildren. I have 3 sons, a beautiful wife, and I want to share with them that life's worth living. And I thank you for your time, and I hope you take the time to look at this, and if there's some way you want to help, Diana will let you know how you can help. So anyway, I'm having a good day up at Bass Lake. I hope you are too. Bye-bye.